Okay, it's the Carol and Martin show here, and let's take a little looky here. Let's get us standing about the same height, and look at some interesting things. So I marked your hand path, pretty much where your hands get going here. Well, I was incorrect. Let me redo that. So butt of the club right there, and that sucker goes pretty much straight out a little tick, and then very much right up, very vertical, okay? So I put a stick in the ground, and that stick in the ground is close to the plane of my 6-iron that I'm hitting here. Pretty close. But I've given myself a little margin here from where the ball is to where the stick's in the ground. So hopefully you can see that. Okay? Because what happens with you, my dear, is the club gets going way out, and that club is coming out way on top of that ball line. So if I clear all this stuff and I make a vertical ball line right here, that's kind of parallel to my target line, and I throw it in where you are right there, assuming that's kind of where you're aiming, you see where that club head is. So this is what I'm talking about, hand path, okay? So a little bit of foot flare like the other video, and kind of watch where these hands and the depth of these are going. So I'm going to put a dot right here, and let's come back and let's go see where these hands go, and let's look at the angle of this, how much more angular this is. There's a 70 degree angle, okay, and all the while, I know it's a camera angle thing, but that my hands and arms are kind of behind that stick. The camera's just kind of on the target line. And if I come back in here and measure this one, it kind of pops out first, and then you kind of go straight up. So, if I measure this angle, this is, let's see, there's 90 degrees. And you're pretty much 90 degrees, maybe 1 degree tick the other way. So our hand paths, for a similar iron, you're probably hitting a 9-iron or 7-iron. They are, you basically need to have some. You don't have any. Okay. So on the way down, let's watch what happens as my hands kind of work back down here in front of me. Come on, there we go. Got a bad SD card. You can see where the club head is. It's well inside, where that target line is. There's that target line. If I go to the same place with you and we move you along over here, this club is outside that. So you see, if we go same position of the hands, my club head's well inside, your club is well outside. Now what's going to happen here, my dear, is we get to impact, okay? So you've got to wipe across this ball in a manner that does something like this, and I'm just kind of hitting it solidly. And then my hands can allow the club to kind of rotate over because I don't have to, my club isn't coming into me, my club has gone to the golf ball, and then when we get to this position you can't see anything, right, except the club rehinging slightly. You've got to pull the club across you. So let's do a little face-on comparison here, and this isn't pick on Carol versus Martin. That's not the point of this. The point is that you've got a lot of nice things going on. I just want to fix, to me, what is the critical bit is your hand path. So when I'm making my backswing here, those hands are working much deeper. So if I put a spot here, and you can imagine, you're looking at that down the line version. When I get to here, and I connect this thing, this line is leaning away from this spot at the bottom, 20 degrees. Yours, when I take you to the top, and I mark, this spot right here, and I take you to the top of your swing here. Gotta say, you got a pretty steady hand on the camera. This line that connects these dots, that may as well be on the computer screen. Mine's got depth to it. The line you have doesn't. So naturally, when I'm coming down to impact, come on, there we go. Weights left and moving left. My hands can be in front of the golf ball. I can strike whitey, and then my arms can naturally kind of want to cross over post-impact. What happens when your club gets outside the ball line, which is this line here, your club is coming from, from our perspective, something closer to us than that line, then all you can do is kind of wipe across it, because you don't want to hit it left of Hillary Clinton. If you let this club face turn over, Carol, you'd hit it super left. But rather than do that, you kind of, hold off the face a bit. That's why I can see so much of the back of your left hand right here compared to mine. Mine's kind of rolling over, so to speak. If yours rolled over, you'd hit it low and into the ground because you're approaching it from outside in. So hopefully that makes sense, okay? Oh, and the other piece, is the hands. I want you to feel like when you get to the top of your swing right here that, you could take some grass and you could put some, I'm at the top of my swing, you could put some grass between your left thumb and right lifeline and you could hold it peacefully there, okay? So critical stuff for you, my dear, and thanks so much, and please give me a call, 541-948-2480, and we can have a little